Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free beer night. And the beer we're going for tonight is a collaboration between Mash Gang and Northern Monk. It is this rather snazzy canned, self-entitled. And just check out that can artwork. That is insane. It just takes me back to the days of being a kid and getting the shiny football stickers and the like with all the little reflective bits. It's awesome can. Anyway, managed to get some. I had to order direct from Northern Monk for this one because my local Morrisons didn't have it in, and apparently none of the Morrisons in the area have got any. And I'm not the only one who struggled to get it. There's a few people out there all over Twitter world who've gone on far bigger missions than Frodo ever did to Mordor to find a can. They found some, and this is mine, this one. Anyway, it's an American pale ale, weighing in at 0.5% ABV, £2.50 in your local Morrisons. And it says that it is bold, balanced and bitter. It's also a non-alcoholic beer for people that don't do non-alcoholic beers. A generous dosing of bold, new old hops impart flavour, aroma and an assertive bitterness. A satisfying body with a balanced malt bill. It's brewed to strength naturally with premium craft ingredients with our friends Northern Monk. So yeah. And Mash Gang always say they're doing really weird things 24/7, and I hope this is a weird enough. I hope it's got a bit of Mash Gang in it. Does it have the chili? No, it's not got the Mash Gang secret sauce. See how it tastes, shall we? So we're pouring into my little Mash Gang tub glass. The pour is pale, which is a good start. It's pale ale. I'm going to go nuts because it's only a shallow glass. So it's the right colour for a pale ale. It's a nice kind of light pale orangey yellow. A nice bit of fridge haze on that. The head has dissipated quite quickly, but many alcohol-free beers are guilty of that. So yeah, it's a lovely colour beer. That should be up close in the glass. And for those who don't know, it says gang member on the front. So yeah, your beer looks lovely. Let's have a whiff. Sweet citrus, bits of pineapple, tropical fruit goodness. There's a little bit orange coming through, a bit of grapefruit. Something a little bit peachy as well. So it smells lovely. It smells lovely. It's arguably probably the, shall we say, safest aroma profile that I've had on a Mash Gang beer for a while, because the others tend to be a little bit out there in the pale line. Anyway, the stouts are classics, but this is a classic pale ale fragrance in the craft world. Anyway, so it looks good, smells great. Let's have a taste. Cheers. The tagline on the back, it's a non-alcoholic beer for people who don't do non-alcoholic beer, is spot on. And there's a reason I say that. It's beery enough to be appreciated by many. It's a sensible enough profile to be appreciated by most. And it's the word I'm looking for here. It's adventurous enough to appeal to those who look for something a little bit different from regular beer. And I say it's different enough, if you've been a seasoned craft drinker, alcohol-free or otherwise, you'll be appreciative of those sweeter flavour profiles, those tropical notes. That's what you've got here. It's a fairly, shall we say, for Mash Gang, standard type flavour profile, but it's executed well, and that's the key. The body on this is really nice. It's medium weight. The mouthfeel is authentic. The carbonation is good. It's quite aggressive on the pour. The carbonation, you can hear it. It sounds quite crisp. I mean, let's just do that again, just for good measure. Let's hold it up towards the top so the microphone can hopefully pick it up. Get that? Yeah, it sounds quite crisp. So, but in the mouth, it's more restrained. And the flavour profile is, I'm getting pineapple, I'm getting citrus, I'm getting a pleasant malt behind it all. And I don't know if it's just me, because my taste buds have been, shall we say, conditioned. I like bitter things, I like hot things. And the assertive bitterness that is mentioned, I'm not getting. I'm getting balanced beer. I'm getting a tropical beer. And hey, maybe it's just my taste buds. I'm getting a tiny hint of bitterness. But again, I like bitter things, so maybe I'm looking for more and just not finding it. But I'm going to go back to that tagline. It's a non-alcoholic beer for people who don't do non-alcoholic beer. It's going to appeal to many. And it's going to be enjoyed by many. Many, many more than Untapped suggests it has already. It is sweet. It is tropical. The finish is juicy. It's a well executed, alcohol free pale ale. There's no two ways about it. So, let's give it some points, shall we? Go to the A Memoir of Untapped, which says there have been 43 check-ins, 2 from people I know. Slightly disappointing average score there, 3.29 from Ash. And I say slightly because that's better than most on Untapped. And I know it's a low number, but yeah, higher on the 2 people I know. So yeah, 3.63. I think it's better than that. I do. I do. So my scoreboard of joy, just to be completely honest, it's empty. Let's give it some. So let's top it off and give it some points for the appearance. I mean, it's a lovely colour. It's nice and crisp. You've got a short-lived but white head, and you've got a beautiful amount of fridge haze. Well, it's not fridge haze, it's just actual haze. No two ways around it. It's a nice looking beer. We can't fault it, can we? No. So it's got a point off the bat. The aroma, it doesn't mention specifics. No, it doesn't. But it gives you a clue with the New World hops. So we're expecting something tropical. We're expecting something a little bit stone fruity, and we get it. It's not the strongest aroma, and it's not one that changes when you got the beer in the mouth, because obviously with everything being linked, sometimes having a bit of the beer in your mouth can intensify what you think you can smell. No, but it's strong enough. It's not going to jump at you as you open the can and pour. But when you get in close, and I'm going to try this in a bigger glass later, because I've got a few more, you might get a different experience. So maybe go for a snifter type glass, something that'll have an impy stout in maybe, and see how it goes. It's a good strength. Would I want more of it though? You bet you. I like more. I like more of everything that's good. So yeah, but it's good. Can I fault it? Would I change anything apart from adding more? No, I wouldn't. It's beautiful citrus, beautiful stone fruit. I'm going to give it a point. And the body. Body's great. On an alcohol-free beer, you can sometimes be forgiven for expecting less on the body because it's missing the alcohol. Alcohol does give some boost to the body. But the geniuses at Mash Gang and Northern Monk can handle that, and they can put more into the malt bill to give it some oomph. And what have we got in here? We've got oats. I think I saw. Yeah, malted barley, wheat and oats going on in there. I'm mesmerised by the can. Yeah, so you've got oats to bring out that body and just give it a little something. It's great. The carbonation is on point. I wouldn't want any more. I wouldn't want any less either. I wouldn't change a thing. So yeah, it's having a point. The taste is the most important bit for me. Some people maybe not so much, but for me it absolutely is, and it delivers on the promise of being the non-alcoholic beer for people who don't do non-alcoholic beers, and yet it appeals to someone who enjoys beer all strengths, all types, and yeah. Some might argue and call it playing it safe, but hey, it tastes good. It's got that fruitiness. It's got a balanced malt. It's got juiciness in the back end. I like all that. I do. And the only thing I would change is to ramp up the bitterness. And it's just, I like bitter drinks. I like pale ales with a real kind of healthy kick up the backside of bitterness. So I'm going to give it the 0.75. But again, that's just personal preference. Some people might prefer it a little bit more balanced, a little bit towards the sweeter end of the spectrum. There we go. And the finish, it delivers. I like a juicy finish on a fruity flavoured beer. Can't change that. I wouldn't change it. I'm giving it a point. So, self-titled from Mash Gang and Northern Monk has got 4.75 out of 5. So let's go on to the bonus options. So to buy again, it's £2.50 in your local Mozzers. It's a 440ml can. And yeah, can't argue. Beautiful taste, beautiful flavour, great price, and for a beer that's got Mash Gang all over it, it's an exceptional price. So value for money is off the charts with this one. So yeah, it's absolutely having the value for money box. It can't unfortunately have the full bonus because it didn't get the full 5 out of 5. But this is no slouch of a beer. It's got 4.75 out of 5 and 2 bonus points for the value for money and buying again. It was well worth the wait, in my opinion. It's a beer that will appeal to many and certainly appeals to me. And I'm going to go bung another one in the fridge as soon as I've finished recording this video so I can have it later. In the meantime, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the view of the can and say that has been the beer. Right there, look at that can. I've been me. Down there are the buttons. Something to do with them. Can. Mesmerising. Catch you later. Bye.